morning. Thanks for tuning in to WKYT this morning. Now at 5:30, the UK men's team is away, but Lexington will be full of basketball this weekend.
We'll explain that. Also ahead on WKYT, parents becoming concerned with the rise in drug activity in Montgomery County.
And The Voice winner Jordan Smith will celebrate the debut of his first album today.
This is WKYT This Morning.
Kentucky mornings start right here on WKYT. Good morning to you. I'm Bill Bryant.
And I'm Michelle Chamberlain, and we've said it all morning. It was nice to wake up this morning to a UK win.
Absolutely. Good news. And it's Friday. That's good news. The weekend is on the way with, as far as that forecast, I don't know. If you're a snow lover, then that's good news, too. Let's check in. Meteorologist Micah Harris is here.
Yeah, it all depends on what you like outside of it. If you like the weather like we've had the past few days, you'll like today. If you like the snow and some rain and all that, just kind of relax a little bit so you don't have to go through the hustle and bustle, well, you'll like the weekend. It's 41 degrees in Mountain Parkway. Head over toward Frankfort. Look at that, 36 degrees early this morning. So everybody's pretty tired this morning from watching the Cats play late last night, but I'll tell you this. At least we have some good weather to kind of pick you up a little bit. 5 p.m., we're at 63, another beautiful day. I want you to focus your attention on the far right of your screen. 36 degrees tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. with that rain and snow mix. Now, how much snow are we expecting? I'll show you last forecast. Who has the better opportunity there on Saturday? It's going to be north of I-64. But how much are we expecting? Well, I'll talk all about that coming up.
All right, it's interesting, and we'll see in just a bit. And in the news this morning, the UK men's basketball team will continue their postseason play away from Lexington, but a lot of hoops action will still be going on right here this weekend.
That's right. The Sweet 16 boys basketball tournament is currently underway. Also, the UK women's basketball team will play their first NCAA tournament game tomorrow. WKYT's Mike Byer joins us now with more on this exciting basketball weekend. Good morning, Mike.
Yeah, guys, if you're a true basketball fan, this is the time of year you dream about. It's also the time of year Lexington is calling your name. The KHSAA Boys Sweet 16 tournament resumes today right here at Rupp Arena. Top-ranked Paul Lawrence Dunbar will take on Paul Lawrence Dunbar will be taking on Bowling Green this afternoon at 1:30 with a trip to the Final Four on the line. Then later today, South Laurel will take on South Oldham starting at 8 p.m. The excitement picks back up tomorrow with the Kentucky women, who will kick off a school record 7th consecutive NCAA tournament appearance. They'll take on the Bulldogs of UNC Asheville at 4 p.m. on ESPN2. The game will be right here in Lexington on their home court at Memorial Coliseum. And putting the finishing touches on the weekend is the game every UK fan is looking forward to. Indiana versus Kentucky in the second round of the NCAA tournament. The game will air at 5:15 right here on WKYT. Now, with all this basketball action going on this weekend, means more people will be coming to the city. That's going to mean more traffic. And I think it's also a safe bet to say that all restaurant and bars will be packed to the rafters with people watching these games. Live in Lexington, Mike Byer, WKYT.
All right, I'm sure people will find their spot and park it for these
Kentucky people love their basketball, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So we now move to a more serious matter developing in Montgomery County. The sheriff's office says they're seeing a rise in drug use throughout the community. And
parents are growing concerned that the illegal activities are now starting to move closer to schools. That comes after a bag of heroin was found right outside a Montgomery County elementary school earlier this week. WKYT's Mark Barber is joining us now from our live desk with more on this developing issue. Good morning.
Good morning, Bill. The spike in drug use in Montgomery County is frightening parents and concerning investigators. They say now that heroin was found on a sidewalk right outside an elementary school, it shows just how far things have gone and just how close the danger is to students. The bag of drugs was found after a blood drive at Mount Sterling Elementary Wednesday evening. Montgomery County investigators are battling an invasion of drugs. In the last few weeks, Mount Sterling police say they've worked 12 heroin overdoses and 2 overdose deaths. They think the increase in those cases can be connected to an increase in the amount of high-purity heroin on the street. One mother who has children at the elementary school says she saw signs of drug use in the park next to the school, but never thought it would crawl this close to her children.
Now it happens right up by the doors. This is just, it's too much.
Scary?
Very scary.
School administrators say the increase in drug use is a problem that is just too big to fight on their own. So they're encouraging parents and students to come to a public forum at the Montgomery County High School. They will be meeting after school at 6:30 on March 31st to warn and educate students about the dangers of drugs. From the live desk, Mark Barber, WKYT.
Mark, thank you very much. A man is now behind bars after leading police on a chase through 3 counties. Police say 31-year-old Christopher Smith broke into a couple of homes in Pulaski County overnight yesterday and then stole a truck. Police located him shortly after that and they started chasing after him. They say Smith reached speeds of 150 miles per hour at times during that pursuit through Lincoln and Boyle counties. Police were finally able to stop Smith in Danville by using spike strips. In an interview from jail, Smith said he does not remember much of what was going on because he was under the influence of meth.
Apparently got in a high-speed pursuit last night from over 3 counties. I evidently tore everything up.
Smith now is facing several charges, including burglary, theft, fleeing and evading, and wanton endangerment.
The driver of a tractor trailer says he crashed after his GPS led him down a Bath County road. It happened around 5:30 yesterday morning on West Tunnel Hill Road. That's near Sharpsburg. Crews spent hours cleaning up oil that spilled from the truck's engine and pulling the truck back onto the road. The Bath County Emergency Management Director said crews have seen an increase in large trucks getting stuck on roads they shouldn't be on.
Sometimes it's best just to use a map instead of trying doing GPS, because GPS will try to take you up back roads. And in this case, they took him up a back road that wasn't exactly made for semi-trucks.
Police say both people who were in the tractor trailer are expected to be okay.
2 people are now facing charges after deputies in Laurel County say someone found 2 young children alone outside. The Laurel County Sheriff's Office arrested 25-year-old Sarah Powell and her boyfriend, 28-year-old Sean Bosch. Deputies say Powell's 2- and 4-year-old children showed up at a home on Kentucky Hollow Road. They say the 2-year-old did not have any clothing on. Deputies say they found Powell and Bosch sleeping in their home a mile away. They also say they found horrible living conditions there and drug paraphernalia in the home.
Lexington police are searching for a man they believe is a suspect in a robbery. They've released this surveillance picture. Police say the man seen here used credit cards that had been stolen from a robbery victim last month. They say the cards were all used at stores in the Richmond Road area. They believe the man may be driving a black 4-door or SUV.
Firefighters say a Lexington business was heavily damaged after it caught fire. It started yesterday afternoon at Cooper Greenhouses on Sulphur Well Road. That's off North Cleveland Road. Firefighters say the business was trying to get rid of some cardboard in an open burn. But that fire got out of control and it destroyed a nearby barn as well as a mobile home and a field. Firefighters say the wind made it very difficult to put the fire out. They also say the rural setting caused them some challenges. Firefighters say a woman inside the mobile home that burned escaped with only minor injuries. Well, the wife of a fallen Richmond police officer is doing all she can to keep her husband's legacy alive. Katie Ellis's husband, Officer Daniel Ellis, was shot and killed in the line of duty. She has organized a Memorial 5K run for tomorrow that will benefit the Daniel Ellis Memorial Foundation. They're expecting around 1,500 people to participate in the event. The race will begin at 8:30 tomorrow morning at the Richmond Center there in Richmond, just off I-75.
It's a big day for The Voice winner Jordan Smith. His first album, titled Something Beautiful, hit store shelves today. Smith says the 12-song album has something for everyone, and he hopes the music will inspire people. To celebrate the album release, Smith will be at the Harlan Walmart at 11 o'clock this morning to meet fans and sign autographs.
All right, and I'm sure they look forward to that, right?
Oh, yeah, they're the biggest fans, right?
They may have some traffic issues around the Walmart in Harlan tomorrow as we check live drive traffic in Lexington this morning and see what is going on at 541. Here's a look outside right now. Lots of green on there, and that's usually a good sign with no reports of any delays or problems early this morning. A lot of folks probably sleeping in a little bit after that late night ball game, but some folks are up and at it this morning. There's a closer look, and obviously no issues at all, just a bit of a slowdown on Richmond Road, which is always the case. And if we look at our travel times this morning from the surrounding cities, those are pretty quick rides in as well, from Nicholasville, Georgetown, Paris, Winchester, everything without delay this morning. All right, good to have you along. A lot more news coming up on your Friday on WKYT.
Coming up, a New Jersey couple decided to renew their wedding vows at a not-so-romantic location.
And we're looking at those temperatures outside. We're in the 30s in some locations. We get into your afternoon 60s, another beautiful day, but the weekend, a mixture of rain and snow. You heard me right. I said the S word. I'll have that coming up next.
Now, your hour-by-hour forecast with meteorologist Micah Harris.
30s and 40s early this morning. We have not done this since March 6th, so it's been a while. It's been almost 2 weeks since we've been there anywhere below 40 degrees. And we have that outside, and it's pretty chilly feel. Now, as you walk out the door this morning, I'd say more of a light coat than a long sleeve shirt. Reason being is you get into the afternoon, we'll get rid of these 30s and 40s very rapidly once that sun rises. We'll go to the 60s later on this afternoon, and if you're in the 60s with a long sleeve shirt, well, I mean, I guess you could take it off, whatever, but it's easier to take off a light coat and just throw it in the back seat. So that's probably the best deal. Here's 11 a.m. there for the playground forecast for all you teachers outside trying to plan out the rest of your day to finish off the work week. There by noontime, we're close to 60 degrees, 1 p.m. at 60 degrees, so another gorgeous day. So it's going to feel pretty much like the past 48 hours. Here's your look at snowfall map for tomorrow. Remember, light accumulation is a possibility, but I will tell you this, these models have been going back and forth, back and forth. 2 inches, 1 inch, none. 2 inches, 1 inch, none. I mean, it's been going back and forth, so still low confidence. We're pretty confident we'll get snow, but it's low confidence on how much we actually get, especially due to the fact that these grounds are in the 50s there for temperatures, the ground temperature, not the air temperature. So if we do get some sticking going on, if we get heavy enough snow, it looks like it won't stick around for a while. It sticks around for a few hours and then it melts away. But I would say I-64 corridor northbound, you guys, right less than an inch, I would say. That's the best bet as of right now. And that's isolated spots. That's not everybody. So Lexington, we could pick up a little. Mount Sterling, probably none. That's kind of the way it's going to go. It's hit and miss on who actually gets snow and who does not. Down south, that's mainly for your Sunday is what it looks like. So Saturday and Sunday, both rain and snow, but Saturday's mainly north of 64, I-64 northbound, Sunday mainly south of I-64. So you're asking, when's the latest snowfall that we've ever had around here? Well, the latest snowfall fell on May 24th, 1925. That was a trace of snow. And you say, well, what's a trace? A trace is really synonymous for a dusting or a coating. And so if you're looking for more than that, I mean, you go May 20th back in the 1800s, late 1800s, we had 6 inches of snow. So we're not over with it. You can't call it quits after this one. I mean, this is pretty late in the year, but nonetheless, I mean, we've had much later. Here's your 7-day forecast at 63 degrees today. Really nice feeling day. Then we head off towards your weekend, and that's where it gets interesting. Once again, Saturday rain-snow mix, Sunday rain-snow mix. The difference from those 2 days are really the areas that will pick up the best chance. North of I-64 on Saturday is the best chance of some light accumulation. South of I-64, more than likely, you won't get accumulation there on Sunday, but nonetheless, there is that chance there. Guys, we're back in the 60s and 70s as we head toward next week. Obviously, the bump in the road is the weekend. And with the cold air and also sitting there with that rain snow mix.
That calendar agreeing with where we are here next week. Next week, right?
Yeah, you're right.
Snow in May. It's crazy to hear. Bill said it snowed 1 year at the Derby.
Yeah, Kentucky Derby.
Yeah,
that's been wild.
It happens. All right. 5:48 on WKYT this morning. Some people want to travel to all 50 states, but this New Jersey couple wants to renew their wedding vows in each one of them.
I can't get over this.
Wedding to wedding.
Larry and Jane Cisco said their latest I-dos, get this, at a hillbilly hot dog in Lesage, West Virginia. That's a hot dog joint that's adding wedding services to its menu. So yes, the venue may not have been all that romantic, but the groom's words definitely were.
I love you more every day. I appreciate you more every day. And that's going to keep on going.
Oh, those were sweet words. The New Jersey duo have exchanged vows in 11 states so far. They were the first wedding customers for the hot dog joint. that's formally opening its wedding chapel later today.
Imagine the different experiences they're going to have, in each of those states, right?
I can't say I would do it, but it would be nice to have corn dogs at your reception, so. I'm a big corn dog
There you
fan.
go, right. And, well, they had an interesting one there in West Virginia. Time this morning is 5:49 on WKYT.
Coming up, you'll get the stories making news at this hour.
We're going to check traffic again, see how things are moving along. We have health news, our top stories on the way at the top of the hour, and it's so good to have you with us on WKYT. Hey, good morning. Welcome back in. WKYT this morning on the air, bright and early on your Friday. It is really early for folks who stayed up to watch the Kentucky Wildcats game last night, right?
Definitely
With a big
is,
win.
but it's time to wake up and watch WKYT, right?
You got it.
So let's take a look at some of the stories we're working on at this hour. Police say they're seeing a rise in drug use in Montgomery County. Just this week, a bag of heroin was found outside Mount Sterling Elementary School. In 2 weeks, a forum will be held to address the issue. President Obama's choice to replace the late Justice Antonin Scalia continues making courtesy calls on Capitol Hill today.
On Thursday, Merrick Garland met with key Senate Democrats, including Senate Minority Leader Harry Reid. But he steered clear of meeting with Republicans in the Senate. The Majority Leader there, Mitch McConnell, maintains that he will not consider Garland's nomination. But some in the GOP are now signaling that they are open to meeting with him.
Researchers at Johns Hopkins have made a discovery that sheds light on portion control.
They found a new type of nerve cell in the brains of mice that appears to control feeding behaviors. Scientists hope that their findings will lead to new ways to fight obesity.
And more proof that in-car breathalyzers keep DUI offenders from getting behind the wheel. A new study of the 18 states that require ignition locks shows about 900 lives were saved in a 6-year period. So let's get a check this hour on today's traffic trouble spots with live drive traffic. Really doesn't seem to be a lot of issues out there. A lot of green out there so far this morning on your morning commute. So time to check to see what's making news online this morning. With Bill joins us now with what's happening on the net.
Yeah, on the traffic, just remember all the crowds around for the Sweet 16 going on at Rupp Arena and the women's NCAA action over at Memorial Coliseum this weekend. Coming up on 5:55, we'll be keeping an eye on this wintry weather for the first weekend of spring, ironically, as well. And the Kentucky Wildcats move on to that showdown with Indiana. The Cats with that big win over Stony Brook. We're covering all the angles, including Coach Cal, the team, and the fans with our team up in Des Moines. Also trending this morning, Bumblebee voluntarily recalling more than 31,000 cans of chunk light tuna because of contamination. We have the details about the concern, what you need to do if you have some of that product on our website this morning. You'll also find more info as Lexington police have now issued an arrest warrant in a fatal shooting outside of McDonald's earlier in the year. They're asking for help in finding 21-year-old Devontae Hobbs. A WKYT investigation looks into how hospital emergency rooms are having to make some safety changes to ensure that their staff is okay. Some patients have been coming in on synthetic drugs described by hospital staffs as superhumans and basically wild in the halls of the hospital. Safety teams have to be assembled very quickly. It's an interesting story from Miranda Combs. Over on Kentucky.com, former UK basketball star Cameron Mills, who is now a minister, is pressing lawmakers in Frankfurt to pass a felony expungement law. He calls it second chance legislation. And CBS This Morning is coming up at 7 with your eye opener and the latest world and national news. And of course, we'll have local updates. Join us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter or Instagram, and for the latest news anytime, WKYT.com.
We're in the 30s this morning. Once you walk out the door, there is a chill in the air. Once we hit the afternoon, not so much. It's actually pretty mild. So it's a good day. It's a good way to finish off the work week. We're at 63 degrees rather. Later on this afternoon, a very pleasant day in store as those winds calm down just a bit, which will actually make it feel much better. And then we hit the weekend. That's the focus of the forecast, is for the weekend with rain and snow in the forecast. Any accumulation? Well, we're going to talk about that coming up with another hour of WKYT News. If you're about to take off, have a great day and have a good weekend too. If not, we'll see you back here in just about 3 minutes.